everyone present and ready to proceed?
Yes.
I was going to say stand up, say yes, everyone is present and ready to proceed.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Um,
Hands out of your pockets.
Then let's start with pre-trial. I know we haven't done a lot of practice with pre-trial, but do your best, all right? Plaintiff, you have any pre-trial matters?
Yes, because the pre-trial matters.
You may proceed.
Maybe start with introductions.
Absolutely.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Alex Washington, and I'll be giving direct examination of Billy Warrens and cross-examination of Alex Ignasi and my co-counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Christine Ma, and I will be delivering the opening statement for the plaintiff.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Mira West, and I will be delivering the closing statement for the plaintiff.
And our witnesses.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Alexander Helms, and I will be portraying Harper Lightfoot, and I'll also be substituting and portraying Billy Warrens.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Tu Wallace, and I will be portraying Jackie Cousteau.
And our timekeeper and bailiff, if they exist.
We'll just skip through them for now. We'll pretend.
May we have free use of the well during pre-trial,
During the trial?
or during trial, not that.
You may. I would request that if you need to approach the bench or opposing witnesses, you must ask. Otherwise, you do not need to ask to approach.
Okay, and how would you like us to state objections?
State your objection, and then I will prompt you if I need further explanation. If you feel like I'm not understanding what your objection is trying to get at, then you can ask to be heard on the ground of your objection.
And our timekeeper is saying the witness stand for opening statements and closing arguments, since the speaker may better see the time.
Absolutely.
And we have a copy of the updated case stipulations. Would Your Honor like a copy?
I have a copy right now, but thank you.
With that, Your Honor, the plaintiff is ready to proceed.
Thank you. Any pretrial matters on behalf of the bench?
Yes, Your Honor. May we move to introductions?
You may.
Good morning. My name is Asher Lindbergh on behalf of the defense and my co-counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. I am Callum Foldis on behalf of the defense. I will be delivering the closing statement.
And our witnesses.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Nicholas Sodegaard. I use he, him pronouns, and I'll be portraying Jesse Gates.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Nora Toll. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be portraying Alex Ignasi.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Lila McNellis. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be portraying Cook Gamby.
We ask that everything granted to the prosecution be granted to the defense.
So granted.
We would also like to note that we only have 2 attorneys today, so we will be dividing the opening statement, direct of Ignasi, and cross of Warrens amongst the 2 of us.
Okay. Thank you for letting me know.
The defense is ready to proceed now.
All right. With that, we can start with opening statements. Plaintiff, whenever you're ready.
Yes, Your Honor. May I proceed?
You may.
Sunken reputation, reckless neglect. With one statement posted on YouTube for the world to see on November 16th of 2024, Mr. Harper Lightfoot's reputation fell and his customers lost trust in his business. But it didn't just start here. It started back when the defendant, Mr. Jesse Gates, joined Mr. Lightfoot's business, ICI. With the intent of including the public in exploring amazing shipwrecks, Mr. Harper Lightfoot and Mr. Jesse Gates began with remote-controlled submersibles. But today you'll hear that they had a falling out, which led Mr. Gates leaving Icy Dives and creating his own business under the name of Superior Dives. But a business with the same intent of showing the world shipwrecks. A business that included the public with remote-controlled submersibles. Now the plaintiff, Harper Lightfoot, is bringing one count of defamation against the defendant, Jesse Gates. We, as the plaintiff, will prove to you that the defendant made false and damaging statements with reckless disregard. Now this just means that the defendant didn't care for the truth of the statements. Now the plaintiff is going to prove this to you by a preponderance of the evidence. This means that at the end of today's trial, if you find that the defendant, Jesse Gates, is slightly more negligent than the alternative, you must find the defendant liable. Now we are here today because of a statement that was published by the defendant, claiming that Mr. Lightfoot stole a life preserver from the Fitz, the same ship that he adores and protects. Members of the jury, I want you to remember that we are not here today to contest whether Mr. Lightfoot stole the life preserver or not. We are here because of the statement that was posted by the defendant. Now you hear that Mr. Lightfoot has been passionate about the Fitz for years, since before 1975. Now that's more than 50 years. You will hear that he wants to share his passions for the Fitz with the world. And at first it seemed like the defendant also shared that passion. But today you will hear that he was more interested in making a profit. A profit for himself. You'll hear from the defendant himself. And he will tell you that the permit they had from the Canadian government was to document the encroachment of zebra mussels. You'll hear that they had to send pictures to the Canadian government. But members of the jury, Mr. Gates made copies of these images and posted them on his website, CNN. Now, you'll hear that he didn't do this to help Mr. Lightfoot's business. He did it to make a profit for himself. Now, you hear that the defendant heard about a Fitz life preserver being sold on eBay. And when he saw that listing, he even believed it was fake. On November 16th, he takes a dive down to the Fitz, where he sees a missing life preserver. And right away, he accuses Mr. Lightfoot of stealing that life preserver, claiming that no one else had a permit to go down to the Fitz. But Ms. Cousteau will actually tell you today about these inexperienced divers in Lake Superior. She'll tell you that inexperienced divers can mistake the Fitz for an undiscovered wreck. And in cases like that, these divers wouldn't even need a permit. Now you also hear that the defendant used AI, ChatGPT, to create his video. The defense will argue that because the YouTube video and statement was AI generated, Mr. Gates is not liable. But Mr. Belly Warrens will tell you today that people who use AI to generate information but fail to verify its authenticity and accuracy are still negligent when publishing the information. You will hear that that is exactly what Mr. Gates did. Members of the jury, I want you to remember this for the remainder of today's trial. Two companies that used to be one. Two companies under the same permit. Two companies with the same intent. Two companies competing to explore the same wreck. For these reasons, at the end of today's trial, my co-counsel, Ms. West, will ask that you find the defendant, Mr. Jesse Gates, liable for defamation. Thank you.
Thank you. Defense,